I want to have a quick conversation about how to drop ship candles, and this will be a full guide into the whole candle drop shipping business. Okay, how to make actually millions, actually potentially drop shipping candles. So here's an overview I want you to pay attention to. The thing is that if you think about drop shipping candles, you got to see a lot of opportunities, but most importantly, you got to also see competition, right? Because basically, you have competition from your own locality. Let's say you are in New York, you have competition from local New York dropshippers, but you also have competition from somewhere out there in the world. The person can be as far away as Latin America or Africa or Asia or Australia. I mean, so competition is really there everywhere. But it's important to understand that dropshipping candles actually holds a lot of potential. You're looking at billions upon billions upon billions actually potentially being made in the dropshipping business, especially when it comes to candles. Why? Be- because you can use candles for every occasion. If you're happy, you can use candles. If you're sad, you can use candles. If you're trying to have trying to create a mood, trying to create an ambience in your house, you can use a candle. If you are in the bathroom, you can use a candle. You can use candles in the bedroom. So there are a lot of opportunities to actually use candles. Okay, so that really creates a lot of potential around the drop shipping, the candle drop shipping business. Okay, so the cool thing is that, and you also have the fact that now you have variety, right? You have the diversification. So the diversification actually in candle types such as scented, birthday, wax, tea lights, and many more has made actually the business really really interesting from many perspectives. Okay, and that's the good thing because you are able to get things done well. I mean, you can really serve a lot of audiences. Okay, so that's really good from a flexibility point of view, but also from I would say from a niche point of view. So the dropshipping business model is actually, I mean, holds a lot of potential and can allow you to progress quickly and make a firm footing in this unexplored market. So that's really good. So how do we make millions of dollars dropshipping candles? Let's have a conversation about that. So here's a step by step. The thing is, everything starts with market research, right? If you're trying to make millions of dollars dropshipping candles, you got to know exactly what are the trends in the market, what are the patterns, what kind of what's the demand, what's the supply, where is the demand and where is the supply, what kind of geographies are we talking about, what kind of niches are we talking about, what kind of demographics. So you got to really deepen your knowledge about the market. Okay, so you got to do research. Do research about consumer trends. Do research about geographical shifts. Do research about consumer shift, like whatever is happening, behavior shifts, whatever is happening in the market. You got to have a clear idea. I'm not just saying you have to have a superficial idea. You got to have an in-depth idea. So that's the first thing. You do market research. Then you have to really choose the product that really fits the specific vision that you have. Because see, when you do market research, you can see opportunities here and there. You can see some niches that are more profitable than others. You will see some behavior shifts that are more interesting than others. So that will help you actually choose the kind of product that will fit your vision, but also will help you drop ship candles profitably. Okay, and after choosing the product that you want, you got to go to the source, right? Decide on candle drop shipping suppliers because you can have the best products in the whole world, but if you don't have a reliable supplier to give that to actually provide that product to you on a consistent basis, or at least you don't have a reliable drop shipping supplier to deliver those products to your customers, you're just wasting your time. Okay, and but when it comes to drop shipping candles, you have a lot of options. You have eBay, you have Amazon, you have AliExpress. Those are marketplaces, but you can also go to let's say specific suppliers. Okay, and those specific suppliers depend on the region. Like if you are in Asia, if you are in Europe, your candle drop shipping supplier will not be the same because you got to think about geography, distance. Okay, how close to delivery, how close to warehouses your supplier really is also. So one thing you also need to do if you are trying to drop ship candles is to think about establishing your digital business. See, the whole thing is that when it comes to establishing your digital business, you got to have that the platform is really key. Like there is a big difference whether you are going to or you going to drop ship on Shopify or BigCommerce or WooCommerce or go to let's say a marketplace. Instead of going to an e-commerce platform, you can say, you know what, I want to go to, I want to really reap the perks that potentially I can get through Amazon, through Etsy, through eBay, through others. Okay, so establish your digital business, and you got to really. So if you establish your digital business, if you go to a marketplace, there is no need to do a lot, right? But if you go to an e-commerce platform, in other words, if you set your store, your candle dropship store from scratch on one of those platforms I told you a little earlier, you're gonna have to do a lot of stuff like SEO. You might have to do advertising. You might have to do some kind of marketing, some social media marketing. You might have to think about your logo, your mission statements. You might have to think about establishing a real presence. Okay, a real presence means what? A real presence means you are talking to customers. You are conveying a certain message to customers. You're telling customer, listen, here is where I stands for. Here is what I stand for. Here is my brand stands for. Also, think about customer service, okay? If you are drop shipping candles, you are still responsible for customer service. Because, see, the customer doesn't know that you're drop shipping. The customer doesn't know that you are actually, you're not the one delivering the products, that you are actually relying on somebody else to deliver the products to them, that you just taking care of marketing. The customer has no idea. And you know what? The customer doesn't need to know anything. I mean, the customer doesn't need to know your business. Your business is to have a solid candle drop shipping business where the customers is getting exactly where what he or she wants. Okay, so take care of customer service. Customer Customer service, you can do it yourself or you can actually outsource it too. Okay. Now you can even outsource it to the dropshipping supplier or you can outsource it to a third party. So it really depends on what you like. It depends on how you want to set up your business. But most importantly, remember, you are responsible primarily for customer service. Okay. You have to make sure that customer service is impeccable, whether you outsource it or you do it in house. This is your responsibility. You are the one in charge here. So if you think about drop shipping candles, you need to understand that all candles are not created equal. Some candles might be more profitable. Some candles might hold more potential, more drop shipping potential than others. Some candles might be more interesting just physically or just in terms of the shipment, the logistics, everything. Okay, so you need to understand that choosing the ideal dropship candles depends on what you want. It depends on what your target audience wants. Depends on what you want. It depends on the logistics you are thinking about, right? Because if you're shipping candles, you got to think about logistics. You got to think about who's going to deliver. Is it USPS, UPS, DHL, or FedEx, or just a third party delivery service? So that's important. Okay, so you got to really understand the the requirements of shipment in terms of the candles that you want to drop ship. Okay, so you have soy candles, for instance. When I speak about types of candles, you have soy candles, you have decorative candles. Okay, you have a vegan or beeswax candles. You have paraffin wax. You have scented candles. So you have a lot of types. Let me delve a little bit into those types so you know exactly how to like which ones you want to go for. The thing is, if you go with soy candles, those are one of the most popular natural and renewable candle options. Okay, and the cool thing about the soy candles is that they've been around for years. I mean, not even years. They've been around for centuries, centuries. And so those candles are of particular value and appeal to naturalists and environmentalists who want products that produce a clean scent, ensuring that they do not impact the environment. So you can see right off the bat that you are addressing a niche market, right? You are going after those who are eco-friendly, those who really care about everything they do. I mean, everybody cares about everything they do, but those uh, those eco-friendly folks are more like more aware of their choices and their behaviors, as well as their that behavior's impact on the environment. You also have decorative candles. So those candles are prepared with paraffin and soy wax. They can be purchased in various shapes, colors, and sizes. And the best part is that they come in a varying budget. So whatever your customer demands, you can easily provide that candle to them. So this is really good. If you're thinking about drop shipping candles, you also have to think about vegan or beeswax candles. Okay, now this is a pretty interesting type because of the flexibility that comes with this type of candle. The thing is that vegan or beeswax candles are produced from plant-based waxes without using an animal-based product. Again, these candles hold a certain worth for vegans. And again, we are speaking here about a niche market. So anytime you are speaking about a niche market, you also have the possibility for profit potential. You have the potential for profits. You have the avenue for revenue. That's the way I look at it because those niche markets, they are very loyal. Like if you actually can produce a great vegan candle to and you can market that to vegans, chances are you're gonna make bang, you're gonna make money because you are speaking to the right folks with the right product, or you're speaking to the right folks about the right products, right? So that really creates some kind of conversation, ongoing conversation with your target audience. So this is really cool. You also have paraffin wax. So if you want to manufacture and sell candles, paraffin wax is actually a very cheap substitute. This wax can be used to make different kinds of tea light candles. So this is kind of cool. And finally, you have scented candles. So this is scented candles are really good. Why? They are typically made out of essential oils, and they have dominated consumer preferences and have been their optimum choices. Okay, so if you are trying to appeal to the general market, to a larger market, to a broader market, you can think about scented candles. Okay, especially if you're looking for a trending product. The reason is that scented candles have been a staple in the dropshipping world for decades. Okay, it's one of those things where behaviors don't change overnight. Okay, consumers love something and they want to stick to it until something else better comes in. So that's really good. So when you think about dropshipping candles, let me give you a few pro tips so you really can dominate the market. You can really make millions of dollars. Okay. First thing, think about your USP. Think about your unique value proposition, also called unique selling proposition. You got to really have a clear idea about what your USP really is. Okay. Formulate a USP that's really appealing, but also resonates with your target audience. The way you talk to, let's say, eco-friendly candle lovers, and that's the same way you talk to those who are looking for a paraffin wax. So your dropship candle business should have a unique selling point to ensure a steady revenue stream. If you want to really stabilize your revenue base, if you want to have a consistent revenue base, you got to really be clear about your USP. For example, if you sell, let's say you sell vegan candles, your USP could be a mission statement advocating for going green. And then you also need to target a consumer markets, right? It's all about niching down. It's all about being specific. It's all about being consistent. So if you don't really target a specific, let's say, consumer market, you are going to sell to everybody, and selling to everybody doesn't really will not get you the profit that you need. So pick out a specific market segment instead of focusing on the entire market. This segment could be based on characteristics like age, demographic, social class, or gender, and then modify your business plan to capture the most consumers of this market strata, right? So you're looking at what I call psychographics. And also think about your suppliers. Your suppliers are going to be very important, okay? You want to contract with reliable suppliers so that you can really deliver those candles all the time. Don't rush though. This is an important element. Don't rush when choosing a supplier. Take your time, okay? Take your time. Think about the requirements. Think about your requirements. What types of requirements you want the supplier to fulfill. Think about your let's say your unique selling proposition, but most importantly, your target audience. Because see, your supplier is going to be the one shipping the products directly to your customers, right? So your supplier needs to know and understand how your target audience thinks, what resonates to them, what resonates with them. Okay, that those kind of little nuances have a big impact when it comes to profits scalability, when it comes to profit durability. So when it comes to drop shipping candles, you need to understand that this is a potentially profitable. This is a potentially profitable business. Okay, candle dropshipping is highly profitable because candles are easy to source and are a commodity, okay, that is increasing in demand daily. And I'm not just speaking about the demand increasing nationally or locally. Demand is increasing internationally, globally, okay? All countries, people in all countries in the world love candles. I mean, if you go in any country on this earth, you will find people who love candles. People who love candles, whether when it comes to using them for religious purposes, or for personal purposes, or for celebratory purposes, like festive purposes. If you're having a party, or if you're having some kind of festival, you can have saints, you can have candles all the time. So it's really important to understand that the vast array of use cases is really impressive. Okay, and you have to understand that candles are constantly going through behavioral shifts. Right now, the candles that are in demand actually they revolve around the environment. Okay, so you're looking at, for instance, organic candles. Okay, organic candles such as soy and vegan are in demand right now. Okay, so aside from them, scented candles are also a branding, let's say, a trending product. Okay, so overall, if you want to drop ship candles, just remember that you gotta be niche. You gotta focus on niches. Okay, candles are one of the most lucrative niches to explore regarding drop shipping, and the candle market is yet to be explored as everyone else is more focused on supplements and other accessories, when it comes to drop shipping. And the candle market is actually worth potentially billions of dollars, at least globally. Okay, so this is really good. So be sure that you've done your research. Be sure that you know exactly who you're speaking to, and be sure to take care of customer service if you want to succeed in this business, if you want to scale in this business, if you want to stabilize your business model in this environment. So here's an epilogue into this conversation. I spoke to you about how to drop ship candles. I gave you the overview, the step by step, the types, the pro tips, and now the epilogue. Thank you so much. God bless you. I will see you next time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.